Apiwat, who will be on pole ahead of Nakarin. It's a 4.55 kilometre circuit, 12 corners, 3 long straights, or 2 long straights and 1 longish one. And then it gets very technical, but always, Harmy, always on this track, we come down to the final corner. All the way through the season, it's been Trickstar Racing versus AP Honda. Today promises to be no different. The AP Hondas of Apiwat and Nakarin alongside the Trickstar Racing of Yamamoto on the first row of the grid.
And then fourth on the grid is Somkiat Chantra, fifth on the grid is Kritapon Konsonti, and sixth Pirapong Loy Bunpeng.
Vodapong, Andy Muhammad Fadli and Anupab Samun are on the third row of the grid.
The ninth on the grid is Kasma Daniel Kasmayudin, 11 Sitisak Ochawyang, and 12 is Pirapong Punlet.
Again, more Thai influence on row 5. Pasawit, bike number 123, alongside Emmanuel Pucho Patna, who we spoke to, and Ayumi Tanaka from Japan.
And 16 on the grid, Azrai Hakim Anwar, 17 Muhammad Muzaki Muhammad, and Usman Fadil, 18th on the grid.
As we move down, Hashim Zaki Adil, bike number 32, alongside Sigit Pono. Interesting to see him so low down. He's normally better than that.
Yeah.
Hyodo is in 21st.
And 22nd is Galang Hendra Pratama, 23rd Naoko Takasugi, 24th Muhammad Iman Mikro Eryandi.
Akarak, another wild card, Ratapong Bunlet, and Muhammad Izzet Zaidi complete row 9. It's a big old field this, there's plenty of opportunity for things to go wrong.
Yeah, 28th on the grid is Taiki Ukhera, 29th Saiful Isman Ahmad Zamani, 30th is Meng Jin Bin from China.
The Korean influence of Lim Ho-gon, Paul Brandon from Australia. The green flag and the red flag, when they disappear, we're onto the lights above the start-finish line. And the start is important, it's a 10-lap race. The lights go off and Apiwat is off to a good start. Yamamoto a little bit sluggish. Yamamoto has been caught and Yamamoto has dropped down into 4th place. If he could try and edge through, he's in 4th place, Yamamoto. So a sluggish start from the championship leader. Apiwat and Nakarin off to a flyer.
Yes, and what a start for Varapong Malakwan. I saw him making his move to be in front. He's starting the race 6th on the grid, and Varapong is very important for him to be in front together with Nakarin and Apiwat to stop Takehiro Yamamoto. He's now making his move to lead the race.
He is indeed. Yamamoto is, after a sluggish start, forced very wide. Was that Apiwat forced wide? Yeah. Certainly in such a congested field. That tight hairpin is an awkward one. Early on, what have we got? We've got Kritchapon, who's made an early move to try to get in the lead. It's a 10-lap race, so plenty of time.
Is Kasma Daniel, I think, is in front, but bike number 127.
Indeed, he's come through from 9th on the starting position.
Wow, this is going to be interesting because we have now the leader after his already changing hand. It's quite a number of times before even finishing the first lap.
This is very unlike the AP 250s. It's normally AP Honda and the Yamamoto on the Kawasaki were dominating things, but not here. Kazma Daniel in the blue livery. He will be leading. Now he's under a little bit of pressure, but Kazma Daniel still in 2nd place. Looking further down, where's the black livery of Apiwat and Nakarin? And more importantly, where is the Kawasaki of Takehiro Yamamoto?
Yeah, I think the Yamaha is doing quite well in the early part of this race because that's the Yamaha of Kasma Daniel is there in front. And then here comes the AP Thailand boys now very wide for one of the riders.
So it will be Apiwat who goes over the line first. Kazma Daniel very, very close behind him. Apiwat, Nakarin, Yamamoto. Where's Yamamoto? We're waiting for the official. Yes. Right, Apiwat, Nakarin, Kazma Daniel, Vorapong, Pirapong, Kitchapon. Yamamoto is in 10th place, over a 2nd adrift of Apiwat. Interesting.
That's interesting indeed, because Apiwat is in 1st place and Varapong Malakwan, as I said, is the man that needed to be in front to help Apiwat Watangnana. But Kasma Daniel is being there in front with Pirapong, Lai Bunpeng, and Kitchapon, Kiwasonti. Pirapong Bunda, they are not fighting for the championship, but they are in front right now.
Real potential spoilers, and so long as Apiwat and Nakarin finish ahead of them and Yamamoto finishes lower, then there's a chance of them making up the points. But at the moment, it's the Yamaha Finson Racing of Kazma Daniel who is putting the spoiler. 41 right behind. That is Nakarin. And Apiwat, bike number 24. Nakarin posting the fastest lap with on the second lap here.
I think Kasma is proving what he said before the race. He's got nothing to lose in this race. He knows that Apiwat and Nakarin together with Yamamoto, all of them are cautiously because they need to collect points. So he is doing all out right now for him to win the race.
So Nakarin took the lead, but Kazma Daniel took it back, and Nakarin now leads the way. Behind Nakarin, there is bike number 11, Yamamoto, currently in 5th place. Apiwat, where are you, my friend? There is the answer, currently in 4th. So Yamamoto tracking the work of Nakarin and Yamamoto as Kazma Daniel goes into this final corner, push wide, and Nakarin and Apiwat.
Yeah, guys. Is that Yamamoto? Is that Yamamoto?
Is it Yamamoto? We will need just have a little look.
What just happened?
No, Yamamoto is
no,
okay.
He's still there. He's still there.
It's the other Kawasaki of Andy Mohammed Fadli that goes a big sigh of relief. You might not see it, but his heart is pumping inside. And Yamamoto currently in 5th place. He escaped the mayhem.
And I think that is Ryodo, who had in the accident with a few riders there.
So a first scare for Team Kawasaki, Trickstar Racing, but currently Yamamoto tucks in 3rd, and after 1.5 laps, it's now just beginning to settle into the kind of race we thought it would. Nakarin leading, Yamamoto 2nd, Apiwat under real pressure for 3rd place.
The Vincent team is looking at Kasma Daniel, Kasma Yudin, because he's still there in front, fighting with the top 5. Now we have 11 now leading the race. That is Takahiro Yamamoto, the leader of the championship.
Well, if there's any question, he's going to say, I'm going to lead from the front. You guys, I'm the one to beat. All season, I've been there or thereabouts. It may be on your home ground, but you've got to come and beat me. And so Nakarin and Apiwat decide, okay, there's the challenge. We're going to take you up on it.
Yes, number 41 is Nakarin Atirafu Papat now leading the race, and I think Apiwat is right behind Yamamoto right now. Yamamoto in 2nd place, so we have the top 3, and there is Azroy Hakim Anwar, who is having a problem with his bike, number 20. And another rider is down. We have such a huge grid, 34 riders on the grid, and that's Apiwat making his move.
As Yamamoto has a look on the inside, Apiwat Yamamoto will lead at the end of lap number 2. Also staying right in there is Kazma Daniel, the 2 AP Hondas right in the slipstream, Apiwat and Nakarin. But Yamamoto, he is not taking this line down. He wants to finish the job today. If he has a lead of 25 points at the end of today's race, he is champion.
Yes, Yamamoto is leading the race with Anupap Samun is in front as well, together with Kazma Daniel. Ayumu Tanaka, the yellow bike, is in 5th place right now.
We see Pierapong there, who's currently in 9th place, setting the fastest time. Just to give you an idea of the speed these chaps are going at, it's 139.06 average speed kilometers per hour for that fastest time from Pierapong Lumbunpeng.
Yes, the top speed the long straight is always belongs to the Kawasaki. That is bike number 23, Daiki Uehara, who's having problem now. Back number 127 back in front with Anupap Samu. So the Yamaha also giving a really tough time for the Hondas and the single one Kawasaki in this group.
Krichapon, who started in 4th, he is in the pits. He may actually be out. Also, Naoki Takasugi from Japan, one of the wild cards. He had a little spin. He's back, but he's trailing quite a long way adrift.
Yeah, this is what worries the Kawasaki's and also Yamamoto, because in this part it always goes to the Hondas, and as you can see now Yamamoto dropped down to be behind that group, and it's always at a long straight where Yamamoto will have the advantage and Tanaka will be wide there, and it is where again a long straight battle between Nakarin and Anupap Samun.
So Yamamoto still in that little group, just keeping out of danger. Kazma Daniel currently in 4th place. Nakarin was in there. Kazma Daniel leading the way is Anupap Samun, so one of the potential spoilers is in there. But for Nakarin and Apiwat, they need to finish ahead of the spoilers and make sure Yamamoto finishes further down the field. There's still plenty of time to go, but Yamamoto eases out of the congestion, eases into the lead.
The long straight line for Kawasaki is quite good for the Kawasaki's and the Yamahas, but when it comes to the technical part, it's only the Hondas who has that advantage, as we are looking now at Yamamoto using his advantage very well, leading back in front of the group. 3
long straights get us up and running. Well, 2 at the start of the lap, and Yamamoto, that's where he has the advantage, but that's what makes these particular 2 races so intriguing, because Yamamoto needs a lead coming into these technical parts as they go into the 3 sharp right-handers, and then they bank down onto a sharp left-hander. Yamamoto in the lead, but under absolute pressure from nobody else but Nakarin and Apiwat.
Yeah, he needs to run away to be very far, as far as he can, before coming to this part, because as you can see, this part, Nakarin and Apiwat right behind him, and it's going to be difficult for Yamamoto to maintain to his place, because right after the final corner will be the checkered flag. So with this type of condition of the track, suits the Honda better, and to maneuver the bike in the corner.
Anupap Samun has a little look on the inside, but it's Yamamoto who's proven that he can actually hold on to the lead that the long straights give him when it comes to the technical part. A couple of riders being forced wide. This is going past the start-finish line. We have got 5 laps to go. Yamamoto, if it stays like this at the end, will be champion.
Yes, as he gets looking at Kazma Daniel, who shown quite an improvement in Jakarta, and here in Buriram as well. He's battling or fighting with the top 3 riders together with Anupap Samun from Thailand.
Tell you what, this Finson racing team have done an awful lot of work on this bike of Kazma Daniel in the blue livery. He is currently 3rd, but he's really competing, and this is the top 5 are about a 2.5 clear of the next little group, which is led by Tunaka Pirapong Chanta and Pirapong Bunleft.
That's for Yamamoto, Nakarin and Apiwat, they need to be conscious a little bit, because like I said over and over again, to gain a point, not a maximum point, that is better than not collecting any single point at all. That is where the spoiler will take advantage, because they have nothing to lose, and they will push all out in this race for them to win.
Talking about spoilers, Vorapang has disappeared from that front little group, as Yamamoto currently in 5th place, but just happy to shadow. It's Nakarin, bike 41, who leads. Ano Apiwat, who's in the middle of that group. Kazma Daniel and Anupap Samun, who are playing spoiler behind the potential champion Yamamoto, but only potential champion if he's not too far behind these front 2.
Yeah, it's Kazma Daniel taking his turn to lead the battle, to lead the race, a little bit wide by Kazma Daniel, and mistake that he made. The 2 AP Honda Thai took advantage very well. That is Nakarin and Apiwat Watangnano. Looking good for them right now.
It is indeed looking good for them right now, but you see the straight line speed of Yamamoto means that although he's 5th, he was just seeming holding something back, but the AP Hondas both caught up by Anupap Samun and Kazma Daniel's Finson racing bike. And there is the Finson. Tell you what, those engineers have worked some miracles on that bike. That was nowhere 3 races ago.
Yeah, it's now leading in front of the Yamamoto's and the AP Honda Thailand in Buriram. Something that unthinkable in round 4. And as we are looking at, I think Apiwat and Nakarin, they have to work together if they want to make sure that the title still be open for the race tomorrow.
But it goes against their DNA, and Yamamoto in this long straight line has got himself into a nice position, and we're we're just building up there. You can almost see them saying, where's good, where's bad? We've got 4 more laps to go. How do we play this? And you can see the mental work going on as well as the physical work. Going to, Yamamoto is nearly forced wide. Yamamoto lose a couple of places, a little lapse of concentration, and it can all go wrong.
Yes, I think there is Yamamoto and Apiwat Ratangnanon. Well, yes, that can be very tricky because Apiwat now is building as is looking at the incident again.
So Yamamoto just at the back, going on the inside. He does well. That's good evasive action.
Yes, that is. I think Apiwat is coming in from the inside, so he's racing line, and it's now going to be hard work for Yamamoto because he's fell down behind the group.
7th at the moment, and so I wonder if Nakarin realises that as he comes into the final corner with 3 laps to go. It's Nakarin leading, Anupab second, Apiwat currently in 3rd place. Yamamoto, what is the distance behind? He's still in that little group, in that second little group, just trailing Kazma Daniel, but Yamamoto currently in 6th.
Yes, he needs to use that speed in a long straight line because they have 3 straight lines here, so he needs to use that for him to gain the advantage back, to be in the front group. He is important for him to be right where Nakarin and Apiwat in the race.
So Apiwat, bike 24, look at Yamamoto. He just has that little bit of extra power which can get him out of danger but doesn't help him so much if he's caught up in traffic in the technical part of the circuit. It's currently in 5th place. That's okay, it won't win him the title, but it'll edge him ever closer. Anupab Samoon leads. Yamamoto goes around the outside, and Yamamoto is now into the lead. Great power. Kazma Daniel goes alongside him.
Now we have Pirapung Lapun Peng suddenly from the Thai Yamaha Thai team in front there as well, and that will add up to another excitement. Now we have a battle between the Kawasaki, a single Kawasaki with the Hondas and the Yamahas now battling to win the race.
Lapping at an average of close to 140 kilometers per hour. Yamamoto, whose fastest lap is the 2nd fastest so far in the race.
One bike is down behind. I have not seen the number, so but I think it's not Nakarin, Apiwat or Yamamoto. That is one thing for sure because they're already in front.
Sokyat Chandra, one of the potential spoilers, one of the wild cards. He is the man who's slipped off, literally angry with himself rather than injured, and in the meantime Yamamoto is in the lead. He's taking Kazma Daniel. Apiwat has a look round the inside. Nakarin is forced wide, but Yamamoto will go over the line with 2 laps to go in the lead.
That's what's happening behind when Yamamoto back leading the race, as we saw how Yamamoto used the speed that he has with his bike and to gain the advantage back to be in front, but it's very, very strong, Nakarin and also Apiwat when they are racing here in Buriram.
Nakarin having to put everything into the long straight just to stay with Yamamoto, but look how congested it is getting behind them, because not only Apiwat is in there, but we've got some newcomers to this little party as we come round the hairpin for the first time. This is leading up to a wonderful finale. It's the last corner at the Chang International Circuit.
I think we have around 12 riders in that group. It looks like the Underboon 120cc right now, and they are very close to each other, side by side almost. It is a penultimate lap, so this is going to be important for Yamamoto to make his move because he needs to be there in front. He needs to have that advantage over the Thai Honda team before coming to the final lap of the race.
He's just posted his best lap on lap number 8, Yamamoto, but the pressure is now on Nakarin and Apiwat, who has dropped down into 6th. Now then, 24 is Apiwat, who's got himself now up to 2nd very quickly, and he's putting real pressure on Yamamoto.
Whoa, from
looks
the
down inside.
Almost touched. What a move by Apiwat Ratangnanon.
Evasive work coming from Yamamoto. For Yamamoto, it's a case of keeping out of danger. Yamamoto, look at that traffic. The whole width of the track is being used. Kazma Daniel leading the way. This is sensational racing. Coming into the final corner for the penultimate time. It is Nakarin on the inside. Kazma Daniel. Yamamoto stays out of danger. There is contact. Nakarin from Kazma Daniel. We have got 1 lap to go.
This is the final lap of the race, and now we have is Kazma Daniel leading with Yamamoto. This is his strongest point or part of the track, and this is where he will use that to gain the advantage to be as far as he can in front of the Thai boys.
And being swarmed over by Nakarin. Nakarin from the AP Honda tries to match him. Oh, fabulous racing, and we've still got 4 kilometers to go of this final lap. Yamamoto shuffles, goes onto the inside line. Yamamoto takes it. Nakarin looks around the outside. Yamamoto pushes Nakarin even further wide. Costs him first place, but he's okay with that. Yamamoto leading as they come into this final long straight. Yamamoto from Japan, the championship in his grasp, but the championship 2.5 kilometers away.
Yes, we have a few racing line right now, and it's difficult to see who will have that advantage. And as for now, it is Yamamoto going through the technical part, and here comes Nakarin from the inside of Yamamoto together with Kazma Daniel. With that, Kazma Daniel, there is I think that's Pasawit Titi Barrara in front. The Vincent Tima looking at Kazma Daniel down to 4th right now.
But it's Apiwat who needs to make the move. Nakarin, a win wouldn't be enough for Nakarin. Yamamoto, if he can hold on to 1st or 2nd, even with Nakarin on his tail, Yamamoto will be crowned champion. But there is so much opportunity for things to go wrong in this last half lap. Yamamoto needs to keep his cool. Nakarin is very, very close by, and that's Anupap who's there. But coming into the final corner, Harmy, Yamamoto looking good.
Yes, it's Yamamoto. Oh, let me walk by Yamamoto. Here comes Nakarin. Nakarin and also is between Yamamoto and also Pirawa with Pasawit. We are waiting for the result right now.
But Yamamoto has got the championship. Nakarin may have taken the win, but Yamamoto has finished ahead of Apiwat. So Yamamoto is the champion, hence the celebrations in the Trickstar Racing camp. He had to work really, really hard. He's only picked up 2nd place overall, but it's good enough for the title, and it's good enough for the fist pump.
There's a fantastic race we saw, and a very, well, we had an incident on track, but we're not sure the rider, because,
so there is Yamamoto. Terrific performance, because he was under immense pressure, Harmy.
Yes, yeah, and it was immense pressure from Nakarin and also Anupap Samun, and Apiwat also was not very far, and a great strategy by Yamamoto.
I was going to say, hopefully he can get that flag out of his helmet, because but flying the Trickstar Racing Kawasaki flag very, very high. Takahiro Yamamoto, just look at his consistency. 5 times he's won races, 3 times he's been in 3rd place. This is his 1st, 2nd, so only once off the podium, and even then he came 4th. That consistency is deserving of a world title. And here are the final results. Asia Production 250cc race number 1. Nakarin winning it in a time of 19:52. Takahiro Yamamoto just beating off Yanupap Samun on the Yamaha for 2nd. Apiwat in 4th. Pirapong in 5th place. Kazma Daniel, well, that's disappointing for him. Only 1.6 seconds off the winner, but 10th place only for Kazma Daniel, having led for so long. Sigapono Harjuno coming in 14th. Andy Mohammed Fadli in 15th. Emmanuel Putra, who we spoke to beforehand, in 17th, out of the points. Brandon Demery in 19th, and 20th there was Meng. Li Zhengpang from China, 21. Lim Ho Gon, the top Korean, in 22. Baek Min Seok, also from Korea. Naoki Takasugi was a long way down. He came off early on. And then non-finishers, Hyodo, who we saw come off, Krichapon and Vodopang. But the celebrations for Takehiro Yamamoto. It's a long old season, and so that must feel really, really good for Trickstar Racing and for their champion driver. Real focus tomorrow because only 3 points separate them. As for the prizes today, the project director of the Tang International Circuit, Tanasiri, is the man making the awards alongside Sam Hogg, the managing director of Two Wheels Motor Racing. And Sam will be delighted to be able to say that he was there when Yamamoto won the championship. But Nakarin celebrating the King's birthday with a big, big smile. But it would have been nice if we'd gone to the last day of the season.
Yes, indeed. As for Nakarin, he might be thinking now that the points that he lost in Japan, the disqualification, it could meant that he can be the champion of AP250cc here.
Quite right. Nakarin, Yamamoto and Amupab are the 1, 2, 3, but you're dead right. To go back to that disqualification which took place in the first race in Suzuka.
Yeah.
It's a long season. You cannot not concentrate for any moment. So the prizes are being handed out. We have got one more race coming your way today. The Super Sport 600cc for Trickstar Racing, and the big hug for Yamamoto, champion of Asia Production 250cc 2015. At the top with just one race to go, so Kawasaki take the title, but look at that, just 3 points separating Apiwat and Nakarin. The gloves will be off tomorrow. They will be going for it. Tanaka in third on 90 points, Vorapong on 82 in fifth. Kazma Daniel, he's better than that, 66 points, right the way down to Sititak on 42. Slow start to the season for Kazma Daniel, to be fair. Pirapong Lui Buinpeng, who's quick. He posted one of the fastest times today in 16th. Anupab Samun, first race, wildcard, comes into the top 20. That's nice. And then continuing down the list, we've got the Japanese and Korean. Brandon Demery in 37th. Meng Jingbin just got the 1 point so far.